Hello, happy Monday to all of you. So, since it is Monday, it's the day that I kind of dedicate to check into the divine counterpart energies for the week. I'm going to be using this deck, which is the Mystic Monday deck, hence Mondays, for the divine masculine energy. I'm going to be using the LIGHTSEERS deck for the divine feminine energy. And for the connecting energies, I don't know what I want to use yet. And I'll make sure that I'll get a deck. I think I'm supposed to be just go with these two and then get a deck that really speaks to whatever message wants to come through here. And this is labradorite. I was guided to put it in the middle here for some reason. I don't know why it's not really focusing. What's going on? I think that's better. Yeah, okay. I don't know if the beginning of that video it's like all weird, but okay. So yeah, we're going to start with the divine masculine actually. Let's just see what the week has planned, if you will. And you could use this reading obviously to check on the energies or get extra confirmation of what's happening on the divine or on the side of the divine, your divine counterpart. Or you could view this reading as tapping into your own divine masculine and divine feminine energy and kind of the relationship between those two energies that you embody as well, right? So it's really, it's an open, it's just energies that I'm reading. I just want to mention that. So let's see what this week has ahead for. You know what? I will have to mention when I was setting everything up, right, the reading and stuff, and like I was setting my camera and I was getting everything ready. I was ready to start recording, and then I'm cooking as well. I just finished cooking actually, and one of my rice maker went off, like that it finished cooking, and when it does that, it does a little beep. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because that was a clear sign for me that when I was thinking, okay, I'm going to start recording now, it was like a clear synchronicity, the beeping noise coming from the kitchen, kind of like, okay, yeah, it's time to go. It's kind of like that. It feels like this week, the divine masculine is getting, or both of you actually, it feels like a collective, right? It feels like both. You might be getting a clear, for sure sign that it is time to do something, okay? The Nine of Cups falling out. How interesting. What a beautiful card. I think and it's February, and it's going to be February 14th soon, Valentine's Day. I don't know. It just feels, and the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom with the same kind of energy. How interesting. The same colors. There's wish fulfillment here. There is a lot of emotional, not just emotional awareness, but maturity as well is what I'm seeing with that card today. It's like all of the options, right? The 8 cups, I'm thinking the 8 of cups, right? Someone walking away from things that no longer serve them, relationships that no longer serve you. And then going for that 1 cup that really resonates with you, really kind of pursuing someone that really feels like the sun to you. Yeah, how interesting. That's a beautiful energy to be in. If anything, it's that it might be the divine masculine who's getting that confirmation, or that what is it? It was like a beep. So it's, what is that, like an alarm or something? It's a clear, for sure sign that, hey, this is your person. This is your wish fulfillment, right? The 10 of Pentacles, family, union, yeah. Literally, this is your person. The divine is saying to the divine masculine, and this reading and this week in general. The Emperor, the divine masculine energy. Someone who's really sure about their choices And also not just their choices, but when they see the opportunity to go for something that they really want, again, they get that confirmation from the divine. They're not someone who hesitates to take action. This week feels like a very action-oriented week with the Five of Cups. Interesting. Yeah, it's letting go of those things that just, I almost want to read this card like this. This is interesting. Yeah, it's letting go of the things like, again, that no longer serve you. It leads me back to that. That's really interesting. I'm being called to this like sun rising here when I'm looking at that card this way. And then I'm looking, I see it here with the Emperor as well. So that's really interesting. Imagery could be very significant for the Divine Masculine. Maybe they're very artistic. Their signs and synchronicities come from the emotional body here because of the cups, but they also come from a place of, with the pentacles, make me think like wherever they are reassured in their life, wherever they feel stability is a possibility, is where kind of like they're guided to go, if you will. Whoa, strength. Okay, so right away I'm seeing Leo came up right away when I lifted this, and then also Aries. I have to mention Aries is here as well, but we have all of the elements, right? What, am I missing some? Well, I'm missing the swords, I'm missing the air energy, but very interesting. Tigers could be significant for you as well. 4 and 8. Interesting. 8, 9, 10. That's interesting too. This reading is really interesting. And the 10 of Cups, are you kidding me? I'm putting this up here. This is a beautiful energy. It is, I am like dumbfounded here. Wow. I'm actually going to have to do it like this for a sec, but oh my goodness. Actually, no. It's like this. I'm so sorry. I'm moving everything. I don't know. It's just what makes sense, right? There's a sense of completion here. There's also a sense of completion here. There's that beeping again. I don't know if my mic is going to pick it up, but there's another beeping that just went on. Because I'm making beans. I'm making black beans. And that's like in the pressure cooker. And that's what just went off. Anyways. Some of you, the Hermit, interesting. The Divine Masculine, maybe you like cooking, because I keep bringing out cooking. Or maybe the Divine Masculine likes, not that I'm like assuming gender roles here, but they might like the Divine Feminine and how that, like what they cook, and maybe there's a bonding experience with, as far as like a food, or what is it? Maybe the lifestyle, because I'm tying food to like, for example, I'm vegan, right? So, but that's not all I cook, because I also like cook for my mom and my stepdad, and they're not vegans, but there's something there, like maybe you guys share the passion of being vegetarian, being vegans. Maybe you're, I don't know, you don't eat carbs. What is that called? What is that diet called? That, anyways, there's something around lifestyles that you could share as well. There's just a beautiful energy. The only card that's like out of place is this one for me, right? Everything else seems very much what you want a masculine to present to a divine feminine, right? Very balanced emotionally, very much in their power, and as far as like they're abundant, and they have strength, drive behind what they want to pursue, and they are literally being represented as the Divine Masculine here. The 5 of Cups is the only one that kind of throws me off, but at the same time it doesn't. However I look at it, so if I look at it like this, I'm seeing the 3 of Cups, right? And the 3 of Cups is about celebration. And then if I turn it this way, I'm seeing the 2 of Cups, and 2 of Cups are about union and exchanging, giving each other a cup of love. So either way, It's almost like the 5 is representing change in this connection here. There could be some significant change coming your way this week. A lot of progress in this relationship is what it feels like. Interesting. Interesting reading. Interesting way of like, even the way I'm like putting everything together. It's almost like, you know what it is? Okay. It speaks to the energy itself, where it's like the divine masculine is finding ways. Now it's like this. This is so interesting. The divine masculine is finding ways to make this fit into their life. They're not make it fit, but they're seeing how the puzzle pieces fit together. And this is like a puzzle to them. And it's one that they're putting together in a way where like they realize, just the realization itself of them acknowledging that there is something to be what is it, molded and like turned into something else. Like they have the raw materials to put all of this story together, all of the pieces together, that then resonates with them enough for them to pursue the divine feminine, because they now see, it's like they see the divine feminine for who they are, their wish fulfillment, where their stability lies. Ultimate happiness, honestly, fulfillment in the emotional body. There's a lot of emotion behind this masculine. We have 3 cups with water. So yeah, there's a lot of emotion. A lot of emotional healing and growth and expansion this week. And it comes from a place of a lot of strength. It's what you want. It's what really is represented as a divine masculine energy. Someone who's well balanced, well versed, and in who they are, who's not afraid to be emotional. They don't stray away from their emotions, their drive, the things that they want to pursue. The 9 of Cups again. All right, let's look at the divine feminine this week. Every time I do a divine counterpart reading, the divine masculine shows up in the divine masculine spot, and if not, they show up on the other side, but they show up always. And so does the divine feminine, actually. But all right, it's just a little extra confirmation for me as a reader as well, so it's always nice. You also have 2 10s here. It's almost like a completion, coming full circle for them in some aspect. All right, let's get serious. All right, I'm gonna stop reading that side, because the more I look at it, the more messages I pull, and I want to focus on the divine feminine energy now. Okay, 9 of Wands. Okay, starting off strong here. The Star. Okay. 10 of Wands. Okay. Just as 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. The Fool. I love that. Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Okay. Where the masculine has a lot of cups, now you on this side you have a lot of wand energy. That's really interesting. But look at who's at the bottom of the deck. That's so funny. And then the Magician, and then the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. And the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, I think I'm going to stop. Look, the Queen of Cups is here with the 8 of Cups. Okay. The Divine Feminine seems to be letting go of things that no longer serve her, in the aspect of you're closing your own cycles, if you will. You're closing cycles of holding on to maybe burdens that you didn't no longer need, that maybe were stopping, they were weighing you down on your path. You're really coming full circle when it comes to that. diving deep into what feels like an extremely healing energy with the star. But also, again, leads me back to wish fulfillment. This card and the Nine of Cups kind of have the same energy. The Nine of Wands always, it leads me back to one of my guides. So one of your guides could be very present at the moment, and it's a strong feminine energy, very strong feminine energy. The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. It's someone that comes back from war, but then the war is an internal one. The war is a passionate one. Is one within you and spirit, believe it or not. It's one within you, like you and your shadow self kind of hashing it out, you and your higher self hashing things out. And it leads you to just a trusting energy. There's this trust that you've now cultivated with the divine, where you don't care about being a fool anymore. She's holding one wand, she's holding one wand, she's holding a wand as well. That's significant. And then with the Knight of Wands, it's a celebration, it's passion, it's following your passions. Maybe you guys are putting down your burdens and letting the walls that you have around some kind of passionate thing that you want to pursue, letting that go, going your own way again with less weight on your shoulders, if you will, leads you to the ones are fast energy as well. They're fire energy. They're very transmutive. They're very transformation. Leads me back to the phoenix. They're very, and this wand is on fire, right? It leads me to just like there's raw passion and energy within you, and also there's a lot of awareness, and you're very intuitive, divine feminine. You see the flower of life here and the flower of life here. It's like you're falling into your intuition. You're allowing the spark, right? Fire brings life, and that's kind of like what the divine is saying, that you have like a new passion for life. There's something very interesting here happening in both ends, but in a different aspect. But both of you are grounding some kind of reassurance about each other, about this connection, and just about yourself. But in doing the self work, which is what it feels like on both ends here, you're pursuing a lot of self growth, and so is the masculine. In doing so, it's like you reassure each other of each other, if you will. Does that make sense? Like you both, in finding yourself, you find each other even more as well. Very interesting. I need to pick a deck for the energies in between. I think I was going to use this deck anyways. This is the Illuminated Tarot, but I'm definitely going to use it now. I wasn't sure before, but I'm sure now. While I shuffle here, let me say a little bit more about the Divine Feminine. I feel like I didn't speak as much about you, but the thing is, you know what it is? I feel like you've gone through this side of things already. I think whatever the Divine Masculine is going through at the moment, you've kind of done that. You've kind of you've closed those cycles already. Maybe cycles around lack mentality. You've closed cycles around a lot of emotional healing, and now you're tackling your passion. You're tackling your intuition. You're tackling the connection with spirit, if you will, with your spirit guides. That's definitely what it feels like too. This is also Aquarius, and I have to mention we are in Aquarius season, so that could be significant for some of you. Horses as well, because I see a horse back there. Black horses especially. This is the Emperor in this deck. That's really interesting. All right. Let's look at the connecting energies for you guys. The Four Wands here that are all around her make me think of the Four Wands, which is the 1111 card, the union card, if you will, the marriage, well, union mainly, but I don't know, that's what I'm seeing there. That's side message for some of you. Not everybody's going to be on the same wavelength, but you know, we're all in a different. Interesting. The Nine of Pentacles, another nine. A lot of nines again, because nines are about, you know, almost completion. After that is 10, but he's peeking out here because this is also the Hermit in this deck. So you get to the Nine of Pentacles, the lady in waiting, if you will. It's kind of like you're very happy where you are, if you will. Being alone, you're happy. It speaks to the Hermit energy as well. But you're peeking out. Why? Because you're ready for the 10th of Pentacles, right? Same thing in what I was saying, or like, okay, you have Nine of Cups. You walked away, Divine Masculine, from 8 relationships that were no longer serving you. 8 significant things, like, and you walk away, or it doesn't have to be specifically 8, but you have walked away from things that no longer serve your highest good when it comes to your emotion and like connectivity, the connections that you've had in romantic sense, but now you're finding your 9th cup. So the divine feminine, or both of you, are in the in the energy of, you're very happy where you are, therefore now it's time. It's like you're peeking through, you're like, I know something else is coming to make a completion, like to complete this. The fact that these two fell next to each other and it's like a cycle completing is very synchronistic. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. Careful not to hold on to things a little too hard, a little too strong, especially when some things want to like fall away, if you will. You're gonna have to let them, and just trust that more goodness is coming your way, because you see how they're peeking through here, and this person's like, this is an interesting depiction of the Four of Pentacles, but it also makes sense because they're a little worried. They're like, I don't know, if I let go of what I have for sure, how will I know that that what's best is coming my way, right? Both of you are kind of doing that as well. It makes sense. That's where the divine masculine is pulling strength, and this is where the divine feminine is pulling healing energy to kind of heal that. I mentioned it in the beginning about lack mentality. Wow, the Seven of Pentacles, all Pentacles here. You know what Pentacles leads me to? Pentacles lead me to the fact that this energy here is very grounded. Okay, I don't see it as like materialistic in this instance. I see it as, it's more of like, it's a very grounded energy. So it's happening here in the 3D. It's very action oriented. It's very much in this plane of existence, if you will. It's not up in the ethers. It's not energetic work. The work that you're putting in this week, both of you, is very grounded. This is also the Star card in this deck. So we have the Star here twice. It's telling me that you guys are, the number 7 leads me to this year. This year is the number 7, 2023. That's up to 7. So this work that you're doing this week it's happening during Aquarius season and this year. That's synchronistic in itself. The Seven of Pentacles also is about putting in work. It's in the regular tarot is it's a person waiting next to their garden, just looking at things growing, and it's like you've put in a lot of work and you're waiting for the fruits of your labor, and they're coming, is what the divine is saying here. It's coming. Yeah, look at this. It's so sweet. It leads me back to this card. Wow. It's the Ace of Cups. There's an overflow, an outpour of beautiful energy here, and it's happening it's happening, like I keep saying it's happening here, but obviously where else is going to happen. But you know, when you're in divine counterpart connections, you know that sometimes things don't happen here, like it happens in other planes of existence. You I don't know, or energetically or spiritually, you feel this connection, you feel this union, you feel this amazing flow with this person. But in the 3D, in the day to day, you have nothing to show for it because you're not ready to be in union yet. I'm not saying this is a union reading. However, it does feel like a union within what's on, in some aspect. You're getting a win. You both are getting some kind of win. I'm hearing, I need a win. I need a, what is it? Not, it's not just that you're asking for proof, but you kind of are, because you're putting the puzzles together. The divine masculine is putting a puzzle together that's going to result in them, whatever result comes from it, it does seem like a win, right? It's going to be perceived as that by them because it feels that way. Same thing with the feminine. Whatever it is that you're healing, you're working on, you let go, but you then get awareness about, it feels like a win for you. And it is a win. It's an outpour. Here is an outpour of love, connectivity, beautiful healing energy. And in this, it could, for this side, this could also represent like creativity, an outflow of creativity in some sense. And that's kind of like, think what the divine feminine is tapping into here. Some kind of passion, some creative outlet. I think I want to do what more for the middle. Wow. The fact that the 9 of Cups flew out. And it flew out on this side. I think it wants to be here. It's a way of connecting the two. You know what I was saying, that, you know, you guys are working on the same, but in a different way, if you will. It wants to be on this side to kind of say, hey, we're doing the same thing. We're the same, right? We're wanting the same. And here's the divine masculine again at the bottom of the deck. And I kid you not, this is also the King of Swords. And look at who's some divine counterparts are here. And the 10 of Pentacles right behind it. And, oh my gosh. This is the 2 of Pentacles, but it's also the High Priestess. And this is the Sun. The 9 of Pentacles and the Sun. And this is the Empress. And then we have the Fool. Okay, I'm going to stop. But that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Very synchronistic. Very, very sweet energy. You guys complement each other very well. Maybe that's also something that you like about each other. How easily you literally could like exchange compliments. And, you know, I'm sure you've met people or have had connections with people sometimes that they struggle not just giving compliments, right? Because you can tell when someone's giving you a genuine compliment or it's just like a backhanded thing. But at the same time, there's people that struggle with giving compliments and taking compliments. Taking compliments is not as bad, but at the same time, it kind of is. When someone gives you a compliment, a good way to look at it for you to receive it, and maybe start receiving it even if you have a little bit of low self-esteem. It's, you know, why would I dismiss something that someone admires about me? If I dismiss what they admire about me, I dismiss the way that they see me. And I'm sure you wouldn't want to do that to anyone, right? If someone says, oh, this is such a beautiful plant, you wouldn't say, that's not beautiful. Take it the same way when someone tells you, you're beautiful. Don't say, oh, no, I'm not. Because you're dismissing their perception of you, which is, first of all, a good one, and then one that they want to even share with you, right? That's like a side message for some of you that struggle with taking compliments. Now, if you struggle with giving compliments, you struggle with like voicing the things that if someone looks beautiful and you struggle with saying it to them, that's some shadow work that you should do. Also, I was going to reference back to, you would know if someone compliments you and it's not really meant as a compliment. It's more like a jab at something, because that shit happens too. So, but you guys seem to really genuinely give each other compliments, and that's a rare thing, okay? Don't think that someone that easily can compliment you and support you and tell you good things all the time and be positive towards you is a run-of-the-mill kind of relationship. It's not. That is a really special and beautiful connection when someone can compliment you genuinely and it feels genuine to the receiver as well. Okay, even if as the receiver you feel a little bit uncomfortable because of your you're working on your self-esteem or whatever it might be, that's okay. But if it feels good, it's going to feel good. Okay. All right, let's see. Interesting. Strength and courage again. I find the inner strength to face fears with confidence. This looks like a sun to me, like a, but also like a flower of life that I was mentioning in the past. You know what it looks like as well? The Hermit, the Hermit card there. Wow, empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. I think that speaks to your energy, both of your energies. You guys are very empathetic beings. You're very beautiful souls. I just have to show you this. That was at the back. Excuse me. Abundance. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire into this physical reality. This is what this energy was feeling like to me, where it was like a manifestation of your energetic work and the manifestation of your spiritual work being here in this plane of existence, manifesting in your reality, if you will. That's what this feels. I'm leaving it in the middle here because it feels like it belongs there. So yeah, the divine masculine is working on courage, right? Confidence, moving through fears, especially when it comes to emotional, like romantic connections or connections, relationships in general. And then the divine feminine seems to be working on empathy, but for self. Again, letting go of burdens, if you will. Having empathy, I think it comes naturally to the feminine to have empathy for everybody else, but you might forget to have empathy for yourself. Someone makes a mistake or fucks up, you're quick to say, oh no, but they're going through this, or they've never done that before. I just know it was a one-time thing. I have nothing to worry about. Like it's not that you make excuses, but you're very empathetic towards others. Whereas if you fuck up in some kind of way, you're very harsh on yourself. You might be very self-critical. This is the side that I was picking up on, like not being able to take compliments. You're gonna have to learn how to, but you should start by complimenting yourself, by having empathy for yourself. Unless you master empathy of self, it's the more empathy you have with self and you nourish that and you kind of like accept that about you and like just be nice to yourself, the more that is going to exude outwardly, and the easier it'll be for you to be empathetic towards others as well. Then I just want to show you the bottom of the deck here. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Maybe both of you are working on that, kind of like that inner knowing. You might be feeling lonely with the Hermit. That makes complete sense, actually. That you both could be struggling a little bit with that. Also with like a sense of belonging, it feels. I don't know where that came from, but that came through for some of you. Let me put this up a little bit because I can't shuffle. All right. Actually, I think I'm going to, just because I want to dig a little deeper into this reading, I think I'm going to pick up the cards a bit, just so that I can have space. I feel like we have spoken about these enough. All right. I am leaving these because these are significant at the moment. I want to tap into that a little bit more. It feels like when you guys kind of, Yeah, it was like this. So it feels like when you guys kind of achieve these goals, if you will, right? This, you close these cycles and you learn these lessons. Abundance is in the middle. The unity itself, it's the fact that this one stayed out. The sense of belonging, the sense of the union within, and closing cycles and like learning lessons and stuff like that, it's what leads you to your abundance. So it leads to this energy really coming through, like really coming in. This even looks like a really cool portal to me. That's what I'm seeing with this card. It looks like, you know, those, what is that, when you, the thing that you look for, telescope, to what is it, kaleidoscope. That's what it looks like. And again, it's almost like putting the pieces together, right? That's what it looks like to me too. That's really interesting. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah, karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. It's like, I feel like this is on this side. The divine masculine has to work through some karmic energy, some karmic connections that it may perhaps in the past, not too far back, or it could be very, very recent. They have to realize that certain relationships, they run its course, and the conflict was meant to just teach them. It was for soul growth, but there's a moment that they've reached where they're like, okay, it's time to move on. It's time to move forward, right? And that's literally what it's like, going from one place to another. The change is going to seem like night and day, like they're in a new earth, if you will. They're not, right? It's the same place, but because of the change of, what is it? The change of scenery, the change of connections that are all around them, it does feel like they're in a brand new place, if you will. Very interesting. All right, let's look at the other side. I didn't mean to separate these, but it's just how it's happening. I'm just going to go with the flow here. Wow. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. I think that's the energy of empathy, especially empathy of self here, Divine Feminine, is what keeps you very grounded, and it keeps you very connected to your spirit guides as well. And some of you cosmic ancestors, star ancestors, this reminds me of the card that you got, the Ace of Wands, right? I'll show it to you so that you can see what I mean. Right, that enlightenment, that third eye activation here. Feels very much like that. Very much. Very synchronistic there. Baby steps, that's interesting. So it says action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. That's the puzzle aspect of this reading here, where it's like you're going to have to follow. You know what's interesting? When I picked up this deck, I left behind some cards. That's interesting. All right, well, it's okay. This feels like that putting the puzzle together. It's very interesting that I was saying, like, this reminds me of like a portal, a kaleidoscope. And do you see it here too? Right? Isn't that interesting? It's like you're headed this way. You both are headed towards a lot of abundance and a lot of, when you follow your intuition, again, without it making sense, you're still following it. But when you're going to get to a certain place where you have so much awareness, right? A certain energy with a lot of awareness, where you are able to put all the pieces together. And in putting the pieces together, it's like you're putting your life together as it should. Wow. That's beautiful. And again, this is for this week. It's a very intense week for you guys, but it's also is running through Aquarius season in general. So you know, Aquarius season is until the 20th of this month, or the 21st, or the 22nd. I'm not sure. And then we're into Pisces season. So, all right. Let's see. Okay, Bluebell Fairy, gratitude. Coming from a place of gratitude, Divine Masculine, I think will serve you very well. Maybe you're also working on being very grateful for everything you have, because on your side there was the Ten of Pentacles, and that's a lot of abundance, and the Ten of Cups, again, a lot of completion in both aspects, emotional and physical. Could be money as well, health. So gratitude, the more you're grateful, the more good things that to be grateful for that come forth, right? Wow, transcendent. I love this card. Every time I pull this card, I'm like, it's beautiful because it's the back of the deck, right? So it's two sides of the same coin. You guys are very much alike. It's almost like you're on the same path, but you can't see each other. But it's there. I feel like this is in the middle, actually. There's a lot of transcendence about this connection, about this union. You guys both bring out very good aspects of each other. You complement each other very well. And again, that phrase, it's not just in the literal sense of compliments being exchanged, but energetically you just complement each other. Wow, this is so synchronistic. Bluebird spirit, happiness. So we have Bluebell Fairy and Bluebird spirit, and then this is number 6, and this is number 7. I can't make that up. Wow. Gratitude and happiness. What a beautiful energy. And then I have to show you the back of the deck. You're not going to believe this. The Phoenix, transmutation, 28 and 29. Holy crap. Consecutive numbers could be very significant for you guys as well. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it because I can't even fathom this. This is crazy. Wow. It shut me up pretty much. I'm like, I don't know what else to. I think I'm gonna use the I'm gonna use the unicorn, just because I see a unicorn here. So it's like I have to use the unicorn deck. Okay. I love how that Phoenix just wants to fly out of here. 2 birds on this side. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Wow. Past lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past life will raise your vibration. I really do feel like this is what the Divine Feminine is working on. Definitely. I feel like this. And it also speaks to you guys having past lives together as well. And maybe you're healing past lives that you've had together in order to kind of, in this lifetime, have your union, or work towards a better connection in this lifetime. This is where that empathy come in. This is where the cosmic ancestors and the stay grounded, right? Maybe because you're receiving a lot of information from past lives, and it could be melding or replaying in this life, or coming through karmic, because karmic is here twice now, so it could be manifesting in this reality for you in karmic relationships. This could also be on this end, to be quite honest, but it could be manifesting with certain relationships in this lifetime because you've carried them over from past lifetime. But it's time to let things go. It's time to heal things and just let them be, if you will. There's nothing holding you back. That's the thing. There's just a need to surrender and allow transformation that needs to happen. Interesting. Patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that the divine timing is at work. Be patient and play while you wait. This feels like the union energy or the middle energy, right? Because of baby steps. I don't know, that's what it comes through for me. Be patient and play while you wait. Follow your intuition. See it as a game. See this life of yours and this time around as it's like you're taking your time with it. You're enjoying. Sanctuary. Take time out from the world. Spend more time alone. Meditate and go on retreat. That might be what's needed here because you guys, the Divine Masculine is working on emotional healing. So that could be what's needed on this side here. You know, to transcend as well, to transform, to come from a place of gratitude. Sometimes you need a little bit of time alone to kind of gauge your progress, where you are in life, what you want to keep doing. There's that puzzle that needs to be solved on this side. Things need to be looked at in a full picture kind of way. But also like back away and like look at the full picture in the sense of not digging too deep. It's kind of like broaden your perspective, if you will. Rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. That's literally what this card feels like. You're walking into a new reality. And then with abundance, I can manifest anything I desire into this physical reality. So while you're in this birthing, rebirth energy, right? Feels like the phoenix as well. You're patient. You're holding on to your vision, the things that you want to accomplish, and they will happen. Okay, and I think I'm gonna close this off with some moonology, just because we have a full moon at the moment. It's a full moon in Leo. I split the deck. I swear, this is the card that was there. And it is a full moon in Leo. It was yesterday, but we're going to be feeling it for at least 2 more days. So, yeah, let's see what the Moonology deck has to tell you. Let's see what the moon needs to tell you guys for this week. Interesting. Yeah, nothing yet is set in stone. I feel like that's the energy here of baby steps. Take baby steps and don't settle for any kind of outcome yet. Just wait. There's patience to be had. Just work on yourself, and there's the more solid your foundation is, the more solid the foundation of the connection is, if you will. Ooh. Beautiful. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. I feel like this is on this side because whatever the Divine Masculine finds out or puts together after they're in this sanctuary and they retreat and they go within, they kind of have to like, it feels like in order for the union or like for you guys to actually be like in talking terms, if you will, like the whole point of putting the picture together is to share it with you, Divine Feminine, to share their findings. You're very close to achieving your goals. Without a doubt, there's happiness here, there's transmutation, empathy. Wow. I wouldn't doubt it for a second, yeah. I have to mention a new beginning here. The new moon is about new beginnings. Wow, I just said a new beginning and look at this card. A new start is coming, new moon. Literally, quite literally, that's in the middle there. I'm going to leave it there for today. I think this was a beautiful message. This is a beautiful message, a beautiful energy that you're carrying into this week, both of you. It feels, even like in the spread, everything just feels balanced. You're working on balance because you are balanced. You're embodying that energy, and it's amazing. All right. I wish you the best for this week, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.